morning, guys. So since I haven't been the best daily vlogger in the last couple weeks, I thought I would start things a little early today. And kind of, show you my full day. Normally I wait until after I finish editing the vlog and eat lunch and then I kind of start the vlog, but I thought it'd be nice to start things nice and early today to kind of really give you a full peek at my day, I guess. So far I started my day, and I usually start it pretty slow and in bed, and I just kind of let myself, wake up and get out of bed, and then I take Dakota out, and now I've got to have some breakfast. And for breakfast, first of all, excuse the messy counters. As you guys know, my apartment is still a mess, and now that the wedding is over, I'm really going to be able to kind of clean things up around here, and so things should start looking a whole lot better pretty soon. So bear with me, but for breakfast, I am having some Cheerios and some raspberries. Normally, I don't eat fruit with my cereal, but I don't know, it just sounded really good, especially after coming off of those huge breakfasts over the honeymoon. I don't know, I feel like cereal wasn't going to be enough, so I got myself some raspberries to pop in there. So yeah, I'm basically just going to have some quick breakfast and start my day. Alright, so after breakfast, I get myself a nice big glass of ice water, because I like to, I read somewhere that it's good to start your day with a full glass of ice water, and so I started doing that, and I really like it now. And I am going to sit on the couch, and I start my day with a KK and Baby J and kind of let, my breakfast, settle, I guess. And then after that, I will get up and start my actual morning routine and chores and stuff. Okay, so after I am finished watching my morning vlog and drinking my water, I will kind of start my, household tasks or chores or whatever for the day. So the first thing I like to do is I start heating up my water to make my coffee, and then while I'm waiting for that water to boil, I will unload the dishwasher, which we always run overnight, and then I'll kind of reload any dishes that have piled up in the sink, from my breakfast or whatever. If there was any dishes from yesterday that didn't fit in the dishwasher, I'll put those in. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So next I take my coffee back into my office, and then I do my morning skincare routine and I make my bed. And I know my kitchen again is still super messy, and obviously there's still dirty dishes, but I like to do my hand wash dishes with lunch. And so yeah, I don't know, I might move that kind of into the morning, because I don't like having them sit there for half the day. But I don't know, for now that's kind of how my days go, is I save the hand wash stuff to do when I make my lunch. But yeah, so now I'm going to go into the master bath and do my morning skincare. I've been wanting to do a skincare video for my main channel, kind of show you guys, or not even just my morning skincare, but morning and night, and kind of show you what I do to kind of, I don't know, I think that'd be fun. So let me know if that'd be a video that you guys are interested in seeing. But yeah, for now I'm going to, wash my face, brush my teeth, and do all that fun stuff, and then I'm going to make the bed. Okay, now that all my morning stuff is done, I'm going to head back into my office and start my work day. And so, obviously, first thing I do every day is edit yesterday's vlog, so I'm going to sit down, enjoy my coffee, and do just that. Alright, so I got part one of the huge wedding recap, couple of videos done, which is the 2 days before the wedding, which you guys should already know because obviously it's already out. But yeah, so I just finished editing that, and now it is time for lunch. And before I eat lunch, I usually wash all the pots or pans or whatever that need to be hand washed in the kitchen and kind of get things, really cleaned up in here. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So for lunch, I got myself some bagels for this week, so I'm going to be toasting that in the oven because we don't have a toaster, and we kept meaning to register one for one, but we never found one that we liked, so we still don't have a toaster. So I am toasting my bagel in the oven, and I think I'm also going to try and do a bit of extra cleanup around the kitchen because, like I said, we have just a ton of stuff, especially that counter is totally crazy cluttered with junk that doesn't belong there. And then this one's a little dirty. I still have to wash those bowls, but I didn't really have room on the counter since, I don't know, I just have stuff drying there. So after that dries, I'll finish washing the stuff. But I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna start, obviously, after the wedding now. I can really focus on getting everything organized and, you know, back to normal and not a complete disaster. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do a little bit of stuff in the kitchen while my bagel is toasting, and then I'm gonna have some lunch. All right, so here is what I'm having for lunch. I had some leftover cucumber from my cucumber tea sandwich yesterday, and so I decided to slice some of that up and put it on my bagel. And obviously I have, cream cheese under there. I have the whipped cream cheese because, I don't know, I like it. And yeah, that's what I'm having for lunch. Okay, so I actually just did some more edits on the 2 days before the wedding vlog because I forgot that I wanted to kind of overlay some pictures from the day to, kind of, I don't know, give you guys a look at what, happened. So obviously, again, you guys have already seen this, but yeah, I had forgotten to add the pictures before I exported it before. So I just added all those in and I'm re-exporting it now. So before I can start editing the, part 2 vlog, I am going to do a bit of unpacking and laundry stuff. So basically I have to unpack my suitcase, and I think Melissa has already pretty much pulled out at least all her dirty clothes from her suitcase, so that's already all ready to be washed. And then I'm gonna, get a whole thing of laundry together and throw that in the laundry so that I can wash that, dry that, and then I also have a whole bunch of laundry that I washed before we left that I never got a chance to fold. So I'm going to have a ton of laundry to fold once this is all done. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that, and hopefully I can get that all finished and back, put away by the end of today. So I'm actually getting pretty hungry again. It's a little bit later. I've just been kind of doing some random work at my desk, and I think I'm going to have a second lunch because I'm just like really, really hungry. And I think I have a little bit left over from the Nally Fresh stuff that we got for lunch yesterday, and so I think I'm gonna heat that up for myself and eat that. All right, so here is my second lunch. It's just the leftovers of my little salad thing that I got yesterday. Obviously I picked out all the lettuce because you can't reheat lettuce, and then I don't believe there weren't any olives left. I think I ate all those yesterday and most of the artichokes and stuff, but this is pretty much it. It has egg noodles, chicken, some sweet potato, cheese, sunflower seeds, quinoa, and it's really, really good and I'm really excited. Also, I really wanted to show you guys these adorable bowls that we got for our wedding. Originally I had registered for something similar on Crate and Barrel, but then they sold out before, I don't know, maybe 6 months before the wedding, they stopped selling them, and I was really sad. But then luckily, I did a quick search on Pottery Barn, and I found ones that were exactly like that, and I am just so stinking obsessed with them. How cute are they? They have little handles on the side, and so these are officially going to be our soup bowls, but I'm just still so excited about them. I'm using them every time I need a bowl. Besides cereal, I've still been using our old bowls, but yeah, I love them. I think they're the cutest thing in the world. Alright, so I think I'm going to try and start tackling kind of emptying out the mess that is our living room right now. So here is what I'm dealing with. We kind of have a huge pile just right in front of our, TV stand thing of, there's gifts in there, there's bags of stuff that were packed from, the wedding, decorations, stuff that we used to get ready that, we brought home. There's also stuff from our honeymoons that still needs to be obviously unpacked and put away. And so this is just kind of a huge mess. There's also some stuff over there, but I think, hi Munchkin, you checking it out? Huh? But I think I'm going to start over here and then kind of slowly move to the other parts of the living room because this is the most, in the way. Obviously, this is kind of, where we come into the apartment and there's no real room to walk. And so I really want to clear this out as much as possible to kind of make the room feel like a room again. Okay, so kind of a funny story that I wanted to share with you guys. Right now, you will see that the top of our bar cart is completely empty, and that has a kind of funny story behind it. So before the wedding, we obviously had our rehearsal dinner, and Melissa's parents hosted the dinner. It was at their house, and she got a whole bunch of champagne for, you know, everyone to drink during the rehearsal dinner and while we're hanging out. And she uncaged all the bottles to kind of prep things for, you know, if you needed to open them, but didn't uncork all the bottles. So there was a leftover bottle left over at the end of the party, and we ended up taking it home, just, I don't know, to have. And when we get back from our honeymoon, I noticed when I first walk in the door, right over, you know, in front of the door, on that linoleum part, there was a cork. And I was like, well, that's weird. Why the heck is there a cork on the floor? But I kind of just pushed it in. We're exhausted after, you know, traveling all day. And so I just didn't really think about it. And then later on that night, I also noticed that on the bar cart, there was a bottle of champagne that was like open and clearly still full. So I was like, why the heck do we have a full open bottle of champagne sitting on the bar cart? But again, I was just tired and didn't really think about it. And then Melissa put it together that the bottle had freaking popped itself while we were on our honeymoon. So it must have just, I mean, because the cage wasn't on there, and well, now we know that that's what keeps the cork in there before you actually pop the cork itself. So it must have gotten a little toasty because, you know, we turned off the air conditioning while we weren't here. And so the champagne popped itself all over the bar cart, all over, like, you know, some gift bags. Luckily we had those on top of Dakota's new soft crate, so that didn't get, you know, ruined. But yeah, that was kind of funny when we realized that. So we obviously had to, you know, clear off the top of the bar cart, and Melissa kind of cleaned the whole thing off because she's super sweet. And yeah, now I'm going to kind of reload the top because we got a whole bunch more glassware for the wedding, and so I'm trying to, you know, make room for everything. And I think we're actually going to finally be at that point where we can, you know, have our bar cart be really functional, you know, and kind of have a whole bunch of stuff on there rather than just be kind of random and disorganized. So I'm trying to kind of get that all planned out as best as I can. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was pretty funny. Okay, so this is kind of how far I got. Obviously there's still some stuff there that needs to be sorted through. All of this is like empty boxes and like bubble wrap and stuff because one of our friends, Becca, just recently bought a house, and so we are going to be giving her all of these boxes full of, you know, stuff to help her pack. So I think I might kind of move these into my car to store them in there until we can give them to her, just so they're out of our way in here. But this is the stuff that is kind of left in front of the TV stand for now. I think I did a pretty good job at kind of decluttering it. Obviously it's still not perfect, but, you know, a little bit at a time, and I'm just kind of ready for a break. And so here's kind of also how over here's looking. Not quite as much progress, but I did get a little bit of stuff decluttered. There were some bags, like, you know, right there. These were some shoes that were just left at the wedding, and we're not really sure whose they are, so we're kind of holding on to them, and hopefully someone comes forward and claims them. But yes, that's kind of how things are looking now. Over here we have some leftover liquor that we could like return the unopened bottles, but these are the like bottles of liquor that had been opened, so we're just going to add them to the bar cart. I'm just waiting to clean the bottom of the bar cart because that also got some of the champagne on it before I, you know, reorganize there. But I did kind of get the top refilled up, and I'm really happy with how it's looking so far. I got some of these new little glasses that we got for our wedding on there, which I think go perfectly. And yeah, that's how that is looking. And then this is our dining room table and little like dining room area, which is kind of, again, pretty much just a disaster. There's a lot of like wedding gift things that need to be, like, all of this has been cleaned. We just need to find like a place to store it pretty much. And there's just, again, a whole bunch of random stuff. Those were our wedding toasting flutes that, again, also they need to be cleaned actually. So they'll be cleaned and then they can get put away. But yeah, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that, again, needs to be put away. And yeah, that will be tackled sometime later this week, but for now that's kind of how it's looking. And then into the kitchen, I'm gonna put away these dishes in like 2 seconds, but for now, this is all the stuff that I kind of just unwrapped and still needs to be washed before putting away, because I like washing all like the glassware and stuff before putting it away so that it's washed when we use it the first time. So yeah, over here is just kind of all the stuff that is waiting to be washed, and I think I'm going to try and get to that before Melissa gets home because she is on her way. And she will obviously need to use the kitchen to cook dinner tonight. So yeah, that's kind of how my organization, decluttering, whatever kick went. And yeah, I'm going to take a quick little break and probably just, I don't know, watch a YouTube video or something and then get back to, I'm probably going to clean the dishes next. Alright guys, so it's a little later and I kind of forgot to update this evening, but you didn't really miss much. I was just basically trying to get a handle on all the gifts that I unpacked, and so I was washing a whole bunch of like glasses and just stuff, all the disaster that you saw earlier. And then Melissa obviously got home. She's right there right now.
Hello.
Hello. and we had spaghetti for dinner, and now we are watching Orange is the New Black, and it's not quite time to go to bed yet, but I just wanted to end things because, again, it's going to be late when we're ready to go to bed, and we kind of just want to be able to jump up and get ready and head right to bed. So I think I'm going to try and start ending the vlog a little earlier in the evening rather than waiting until like right before we go to bed, because I feel like that just like is easier on us. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. But Melissa is making us some popcorn, and we're going to continue to watch Orange is the New Black. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Do you want to say hi? I feel like you haven't really like... Hi. Sorry, I'm putting you guys like right next to the microwave. That's probably really loud. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.